Well, it seems that there's been some growth from one Satou Sabally. This got a little fire, a little play, but a lot of people missed it.
Nobody anticipated what would happen when Satou Sabally selected Angel Reese over Caitlin Clark in August. But now things have taken an unexpected turn that has angered Angel Reese.
She played a little game of this or that, where she picked Angel Reese over Caitlin Clark back on August 1.
When it comes to player preferences, it's amazing how quickly things can change in basketball. In August 2023, WNBA great Satou Sabally played a plain game of this or that, and the question appeared clear. Without hesitation, Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark was chosen for Sabally. When Angel Reese looks back on that particular moment, many fans are perplexed and wonder what went wrong.
This or that with Satou Sabally.
Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese?
Angel.
Angel Reese.
Okay, so she picked Angel right there.
As you can see, Sabally wasn't only selecting Angel Reese at the moment. She was also making a statement about the direction of women's basketball. The video went viral, and viewers were split on her decision. Some applauded her for supporting Reese. Others questioned whether she had missed Clark's rising star, but this is where the story takes an intriguing turn. In the same session, Sabally was asked about Angel Reese versus A.A. Wilson. Surprisingly, she chose Wilson above Reese. This may seem like a little detail, but it demonstrates that even at that time, Sabally was carefully contemplating these parallels. She wasn't just picking names out of thin air. Rather, she was taking the WNBA's future into account.
In case you're wondering, she would pick A'ja Wilson over Angel in the next little slide that they would go. And she went out there, and Caitlin Clark promptly dropped 35 points on the Dallas Wings right here. 110-109, 35 points back in September.
When September finally arrived, everything changed. Caitlin Clark took the court against Sabally's Dallas Wings, and what transpired next was nothing short of spectacular. We're talking about a rookie scoring 35 points in a nail-biting 110-109 game, and everyone, including Sabally, was left speechless by her performance. The energy in the arena that night was palpable, and every time Clark touched the ball, you could feel the anticipation building. What's even more intriguing about this story is how the Wings fanbase responded. They had always supported Sabally, but that night they couldn't help but be in awe of the rookie. People weren't just there to watch basketball. They were there to witness history.
Well, she's about to be an unrestricted free agent, and one thing is clear. Maybe she's had a change of heart on Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
When the news surfaced, it sent shockwaves through the WNBA community. Fast forward to today, and Sabally has dropped a bombshell. She's not just leaving the Dallas Wings, she's totally ruling out joining Angel Reese at the Chicago Sky. This is the same Angel Reese whom she picked over Clark just months ago.
Because some big news has come out about whether or not Satou Sabally would be going to the Chicago Sky to play with one Angel Reese, and that has been rejected. Dikembe Mutombo style, old school style, waving the finger. We've got a report about her potential free agency.
Due to some significant information that surfaced regarding Satou Sabally's potential to play with an Angel Reese at the Chicago Sky, which was turned down, we have a report regarding Dikembe Mutombo's possible free agency. She is playing the finger in a SCY old school SC fashion. We're not talking about a bench player here. This is someone who averages over 18 points and pulls down 6.5 rebounds per game. Those aren't just respectable stats, they're game-changing stats. Let's examine what this means for everyone involved in the Wings losing Sabally. The kinds of figures that cause general managers throughout the league to grab their phones. Her announcement's timing is intriguing as well. She waited until Thursday to confirm that she had played her final game in Dallas. The Wings, being professional about it, are assisting her in finding a new home, but the really intriguing part is that they will core her in WNBA terminology, which is equivalent to placing a handle with care sticker on a priceless package.
now.
About those Chicago Sky rumors, multiple league sources have confirmed they have no shot at landing Sabally. This isn't just a casual rejection, it's a complete shutdown for Angel Reese, who's becoming the face of the Sky. This has got to sting. Imagine going from being someone's top pick to not even being in the conversation. The Indiana Fever situation is particularly intriguing. When they played in Dallas earlier this season, something unusual happened. The arena was packed with Fever fans, so many that it actually bothered Sabally. She mentioned after the game how annoying it was to see more opposing fans and home fans. Talk about irony. Now she might be joining the team whose fans she once found irritating. But let's think about this from a business perspective. The Fever, with their rising star power, are selling out arenas left and right. We're not talking about partial crowds here, we're talking full houses every single night for a player looking to
Boost their profile. That's like striking
gold. The endorsement potential in Indiana is through the roof. Right now, local businesses are falling over themselves to work with Fever players. Even small deals like a local car dealership commercial that might pay $88,000 for 30 seconds become more likely when you're playing in front of packed houses every night. Compare this to some other markets in the league. Take Atlanta, for example. Their arena might only hold 4,000 fans. As one insider put it, playing there is like entering the witness protection program. You might as well be invisible in today's social media age. Visibility is currency, and Sabally seems to understand this perfectly. The Olympic break might have been the turning point. Sabally came back to see Clark nearly win MVP as a rookie. That's not just impressive, it's historic. It's the kind of achievement that makes players reevaluate their choices. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to be part of that story? The Liberty option is intriguing due to the familial ties. Sally's sister Niara plays there, and family ties run deep. But even this endearing prospect has drawbacks. The Liberty would have to rearrange some important components to create room for Sabally, and they're discussing possibly trading players like Belaney, which demonstrates how much they value the prospect of after landing Sabally. WNBA veterans' reactions have been telling, with several quietly expressing surprise at how swiftly things have shifted. Just a few months ago, Sabally seemed to have certain preferences, but now that everything has changed, it demonstrates how dynamic the league is becoming and how one outstanding performance can completely change the landscape. From a financial standpoint, this move may set a new standard for free agency in the WNBA. Players are beginning to consider. In addition to basketball fit, they are taking into account market size, endorsement potential, and long-term career impact. Sabally may be spearheading a new generation of players that give these considerations top priority when making selections, and the response from fans has been conflicting. Fever fans are thrilled and Wings supporters feel deceived, while Sky fans are left wondering what may have been. The league is already feeling the ripple effects of Sally's choice, which ultimately comes down to choosing the best course of action for her career. Social media is ablaze with hypotheses and conjecture regarding what exactly changed Sally's mind. Angel, she was Sally's preferred choice over Caitlin Clark just months ago, and now she's watching as she might decide to work with Clark instead. Let's examine what this means for the Chicago Sky's future plans. Camp has been noticeably quiet, but those close to her say she's taking this personally. They have been focusing their efforts on luring elite players to join them. Reese C., a guy who could create mismatches, grab rebounds, and open the floor, was supposed to be the missing component. Now they have to start over as a free agency. There aren't many players with Sally's level of skill in pool. When WNBA games struggled to fill seats, the Fever has created a unique basketball environment where every game feels like an event. The emergence of the Indiana Fever as a potential destination tells us something about the changing WNBA landscape. Gone are the days when players would automatically gravitate toward bigger markets like Los Angeles or New York. Instead, fans travel from all over the Midwest to watch them play during their last road trip. The number of Fever jerseys in the crowd astounded the opposition team staff. Players searching for their next team take notice of this kind of support. The timing of all of this couldn't be more intriguing, since the WNBA is seeing an unparalleled surge in popularity. Players are becoming well-known, social media participation is skyrocketing, and TV numbers are rising. Sally's choice is now more about joining this expanding movement than it is about basketball. Sally's influence on the floor is evident from the figures, but her 17.9 points per game don't fully capture the picture. The Dallas Wings are attempting to make the most of a difficult situation. They're working with Sabally to facilitate a move, but they're not just going to give her away. The core designation gives them some leverage in negotiations, ensuring they get fair value in return for losing a player of her caliber. She's efficient, shooting over 43% from the field, and when you combine that with her defensive versatility and ability to stretch the floor and create space for teammates, you have a player who can change a team's fortunes overnight. What's intriguing is how this circumstance could affect choices made by free agents in the future. Young players who are seeing this develop are taking note of how Sabally is putting her long-term professional development ahead of her immediate comfort level and considering where she'll have the most chance to display her skills and establish her brand. It's very interesting to play with her sister at the New York Liberty viewpoint. For Sabally, Niara would be a dream come true, but the Liberty Cap scenario makes things difficult. They would have to make several adjustments to make it work. General Motors. According to people close to the Liberty, Jonathan Kolb is known for taking risks, but this would be his toughest challenge to date. They may have to give up fan favorites in order to make room for Sabally, but the chance to bring the Sabally sisters together would make it worthwhile. Imagine two sisters playing together in the league's largest market. The marketing potential alone would be huge. However, the Fever have an advantage in that they don't need to make significant roster changes to make room for Sabally because they have the cap space and the ideal role waiting for her, and they also provide something special, the opportunity to be a part of what many are calling the future of women's basketball. It is important to consider this story's global component. Sabally, who was reared in Germany but was born in New York, is a symbol of the expanding. Due to the WNBA's worldwide appeal, players who aspire to play in the league will be keenly following her decision. Speaking of international influence, Sally's Olympic experience may have shaped her perspective. Playing against the greatest in the world, witnessing various play styles, and competing at the highest level might alter one's viewpoint. Perhaps she noticed something during those games that caused her to reassess her goals for her WNBA career. At the moment, Indiana's marketing opportunities are booming. More local companies than ever before are funding women's basketball. National companies are also paying attention since competing for the Fever exposes them to a fervent fan base and a market eager for basketball success. Though teams like Atlanta and Phoenix find it difficult to fill smaller arenas, the Fever is selling out larger venues and creating an atmosphere that players want to be a part of. The relationship between Sabally and Reese is also worth looking at. Although they were never teammates, there seemed to be mutual respect that August this or that video showed. However, in professional sports, admiration for Reese's game does not always translate into a desire to play together. Some WNBA veterans have privately expressed surprise at how quickly the league's power dynamics are changing. Teams that were once thought to be undesirable are now drawing top talent. Markets that were overlooked are becoming powerhouses. It's a transformation that no one saw coming. Looking ahead, this move could define the next era of WNBA basketball. If Sabally joins the trend, it could lead to players prioritizing basketball culture and market potential over traditional factors like market size or whether the reaction from fans has been intense. The financial implications of this move could be significant, even though WNBA salaries are capped and endorsement opportunities vary greatly by market in Indiana. Playing alongside Clark means national attention, regular primetime games, and countless opportunities to build your personal brand. Supporters of Wings feel deceived, but many accept her choice, and her devotees are already daydreaming about the possibilities. Fans of Sky contemplate what may have been. Social internet is rife, with discussions over Angel Reese's career development versus loyalty. As we await Sally's ultimate decision, the Sky will expand around her, and she will have the chance to demonstrate that she can lead a team without having to share the spotlight. This might be a blessing in disguise because sometimes not getting what you want forces you to grow in unexpected ways. There is little doubt that the WNBA is approaching a new era where players have more influence than ever throughout the course of their careers, where market size is less important than market potential, and where belonging to the appropriate basketball culture is more important than anything else. The NBA's free agency drama is rapidly intensifying, and we'll keep you informed at every turn. For more inside information on the biggest stories in basketball, click the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you for viewing.